It is, you guys. It is your girl Cadillac. Yes, I'm Cadillac Dixon. I'm the Draw My Life prison wife. I'm the legally blind artist that is rapping and painting for justice, hoping to see justice before all fades to black. Yes, it's your girl Cadillac. Money thinks she's slick, y'all. She done jumped out this car and she done left me with a package. She thinks she's slick. I am not that type of grandmama that's going to be setting up, tied down with babies and such. Both of them, they done jumped out the car. That's her little cousin. They done jumped out the car and done left me up in this car by myself. I am not daddy daycare. But anyway, since we sitting up here in this car, I told Money to take me home. It's late. We just got from Bible study prayer service. Well, yeah, it was more so a prayer service. But we, Princess, well, maybe I can't tell us. We just got from there, and I'm like thinking I'm going home, and she stops off to the store, parks, and then jumps out the car. So since we got a few minutes, I said I might as well go ahead and try to do a little story time. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do too much of a story time with these two, because they doing too much. Look at Miss Princess. Doing way too much. She love to look at herself. She loves to look at herself. But anyway, so there's two stories. Basically, okay, so which story do I want to tell? Because there was one that I did the other day about being discriminated against because of your hair texture. I see that video did pretty good. So I'm like, okay, so maybe I'll tell the other story of the discrimination that I ran into, and now I see that it's not even like that no more. Y'all know I worked at the super center, and back then they claimed that we could only have natural hair colors, right? So a natural hair color is a color that could grow out of a human head, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be your hair color, but it did have to be a color that could grow out of a human's head, right? So for me, when I started wearing extensions back in the late 90s, yes, me and my friend, her name was Nicole. We used to get that little blonde hair. We'll have like one little blonde track here, and we'll do a swoop across our forehead. And once you comb that blonde track with the little black hair, oh, that looked so cute. And I had a red track too that we would put the little red swoop. Like, it was so pretty. But it got to the point where for me, I felt like I liked red hair way better than I liked blonde hair, right? Princess, you are doing way too much, girl. But I felt like I liked the red hair. I always liked the way red hair looked on me. I was never one that wanted to look like everybody else. I didn't always want to wear black hair. So I would love to experiment with colors, but red was my favorite. But for some reason, the super center, whenever I put red hair in my head, they would have a problem with it. And then there was this other color. It's almost like an orangish color. I don't even know. I don't remember all of my hair colors, like extension colors like I used to. I know it was 30 and 33. I think 30 was more so a blonde color, and then 33 had that red color. That's the one that I used to love. And every time I would put that hair color in my head, thanks for coming on back. So the red color, that was what I liked, that 33. But anytime I put 33 in my hair, the management will always have something to say about it, right? Now, the tripped out part about it, I would see Hispanic women and I would see Caucasian women. I would literally see Hispanic and Caucasian women. Money, stop. with that same color. But as soon as I would put a whole head of that color in my head, they would tell me, oh, you're out of dress code. You can't wear that color. And I'm like, I'm looking around, and we would do like a meeting. I forgot what we called it, but before you go out on the floor, we always did a meeting. And you could look across the room and see a woman with the same color. I promise you it's the same color. But the thing was, because I guess it was her hair, but I had extensions. But they would allow her to wear the color, but would not allow me to wear the color. And then they would say, well, yeah, it's only natural hair colors. But I'm like, I can tell that is not her natural hair. I see her new growth. I am a cosmetologist. Y'all don't see that new growth like this long. That's not her natural hair color. So she had to have dyed that hair that color. So what is the difference in a Hispanic or Caucasian woman dyeing their hair and a black woman putting in color extensions? And back in the day, that company, it was so like they wouldn't really trip about blonde, but any other color. And this happens a lot too with African Americans and their fingernail colors. Now, a lot of jobs, they tell you can only wear like neutral colors. But I would notice that a lot of the peachy colors, if you're African American woman and you wear those colors, or some of those colors, that they would allow other people of lighter skin tones to wear the same exact nail color. But for you, they say it's out of dress code. Like, that's so crazy. But now I do see at the Super Center, which trips me out when I see the checkout lady got green and pink hair. I'm like, I sure couldn't wear no green hair. I would have. I was rocking the green hair first. Except for, no, we gonna be real. The first one to rock that green hair was who?
The Hulk.
What? Green hair as
Shrek.
a style? No, money.
No.
Not your favorite female rapper. Not Little Kim.
Oh.
No.
Who?
Diana Ross. Yes, baby. Did y'all see? I forgot. Was it called Mahogany? She had two big movies back in the 70s. It was Mahogany and that other one where she was a fashion designer. That girl had every color wig there was. So actually, Lil' Kim got it from Diana Ross, and I don't know where Diana Ross got it from. But I'm glad to see that they are embracing that. Now that all colors are starting to, all nationalities are starting to change their hair colors, they're starting to see that you can be a professional and have different color hairs and stuff like that. Like, that's an expression of yourself. But that doesn't mean that you don't know how to handle business or you don't know how to do your job. I do see a lot of jobs being more lenient on having tattoos. They're not just Xing people out because they have tattoos. And y'all already know I am here for prison reform and for criminal justice reform. And a lot of that they used to have, where a lot of the ex-offenders, they couldn't find certain jobs because they had all the tattoos. Y'all know that's what they go in with, nothing. They clear skin and they come out with the sleeves of tattoos. But now that's being more acceptable. So it's just, we're evolving. Like I said, we're taking baby steps, but we are taking steps forward. So it felt good when I went in and seen little homegirl behind the register with pink hair, but it made me feel a little salty.
I thought it was green.
Pink and green money. Okay, y'all catch my drift. They back in the car. They done all the way interrupted this video. I know that. Okay, Miss Princess. All right, it's your girl Cadillac.